Is there a lag? Is there a lag? Hello, hello.
Episode 66 of the Cuz I Have To podcast. When living your dream
Is the only option. I mean, let's be honest.
That's the quote from Shawshank. You better get busy living or get busy dying.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
That
And
movie-
speaking of death. Oh,
Yeah.
did you want to review
No.
the movie? It is
No,
one of
go-
my faves. It's one of my faves.
It's so good.
That is definitely, I would say it's probably one of the top, if not the top. It's the top 5 to 10 movies. If I scroll on TV and I find it, I have to watch it.
Yeah. Whether it's at the beginning, 3/4 of the way through.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's something about prison films. But anyway, we'll get more into what about prison films. Oh, we're gonna give you guys some picks. We've been watching a lot of death series, killer series on TV, and how 2022 has been stacking up, and our birth and death doulas that we've had on, and who's coming on next. That's all coming up. Hey, we're back.
My God, it's been so long. How are you?
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Yeah, there's something about prison films. So I love Shawshank. I loved Escape from Alcatraz.
Mm-hmm.
I also, one of my tops, Face Off. John Travolta, Nick Cage, their best performances of their lifetime. They should have both won Oscars.
Yeah, they were. I mean, playing another person and being exactly like them is.
If you've never watched Face Off, please watch it. And there are sections of it where Nick Cage pretends imitates vocally John Travolta and vice versa. And it's some of their best work.
Yeah, it's incredible. Oh, man. I could watch that movie. I mean, I have watched it a lot. It's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
I've seen it a lot. Oh, I just recently heard from Nick Cage's brother, Mark Coppola. He is the Cope. He's a DJ on Q104.3, a station I was on 75 years ago. Anyway, he just said hi. He said I was one of his favorite DJs.
That's so awesome. That's also crazy that Q104 is still a station.
Oh my gosh.
Did it start when you first went on, or was it going before?
I think I got on a few months in.
Oh, okay.
But don't look that up. That's a long time ago.
Okay.
My God, that is so long ago. It's kind of frightening. It's frightening.
I know, but it's cool though.
That was actually just to review some fun memories. So imagine being a youth, and it was kind of before, I don't know what it was like here in California, but this was a station in New York. So the station flipped to new rock, and we played music at the time, Tool and Alice in Chains were like, oh, wow, that's heavy music. And I can remember doing overnights on Q104. And I would play Queensryche Silent Lucidity, and you'd look out the window at the city, and it was dark because you're on the overnights. And that is probably one of my favorite memories, because that was just like the beginning of real. I worked at a rock station on Long Island, WBAB, but Q104 was Manhattan, and we were playing that heavy music.
And it was it was cool. It was cool music. It was cool tracks. It wasn't.
Well, we used to, oh my God, the best. We used to play a promo that would say, this is Q104 music. And it would be like, dun-dun, dun-dun. And then they would say, and this sucks. And they would put on Counting Crows. But the irony, if anyone knows radio, we later ended up playing Counting Crows.
Yeah.
Yeah, but those were fun. That was super fun. We were badass. We were owned by some tiny little company. It wasn't a big corporation. We were the underdogs. We were all friends.
Who owns it now?
Oh, now it's owned. It might be Odyssey.
Good.
But it was owned by this company called GAF.
Oh.
It was some weird, I don't know what they owned, but it wasn't broadcasting.
Yeah.
But anyway, those were some top memories, and the best. I mean, I could go on a whole radio tangent here. is everyone was being fired, and you had to go into a room to find out if you were being fired because it got sold to who owned MTV? I forgot. It got sold to the company that owned MTV anyway. So Sue, me, and this other guy, Corey, we all went into the room separately, and I wanted to be fired because I had a whole plan of, like, going to Lollapalooza all over the country, and I went in the room, and they were like, "Hey, Julie, you're one of 3 people we're keeping," and I was crying, and I walked out of the room, and all the other people who were fired were like, "You got fired too?" And I said, "No, they're keeping me." And well, I guess I shouldn't get into too much details.
Yeah.
It wasn't fantastic. And then I was on a cruise ship. They gave us a cruise ship goodbye. We got to go on a little cruise around Manhattan. Everyone got wasted. And I remember sitting there crying because the only station I wanted to work at was 92.3 K-Rock. And I was like, I don't know if it's going to happen. And I was crying and crying. And I got a job at K-Rock. And my boss at Q104 said, "Why are you leaving this job? It's a full-time gig. You're going to K-Rock for 1 4-hour shift." And I said, "You bet I am." And I left.
And ever since then.
Yeah.
It was 4-hour shifts all day. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I became, like, a year later, maybe, I became full-time after Howard Stern. So who knew? Who knew, everybody?
Who knew? Yeah, that's wild,
why you gotta take chances. Sometimes you gotta leave. So this is a great lead-in to the 'Cause I Have to podcast. I took I've done a couple times, taken a huge risk. I left a comfortable position because I knew I had to be at that other station, and I didn't care. And they were like, "Do you realize the boss you're going to, he's very difficult. You're only going for 4." I mean, I literally was like, "I'll do whatever it takes." This is a great, sorry to keep talking about myself.
It's okay.
But I took that job, and it was a 1 4-hour shift a week. And that's why that guy was like, "Are you crazy? You're leaving this full-time gig for a 4-hour shift?" And I said, I sure am. Within less than a week, the guy who did nights quit. And then I got all these extra shifts. Less than a week. His name, oh my God. So funny. My memory is so bad. He had a cow patch hair. Can't remember his name, but he was pretty famous on K-Rock at night. And he said,
"Wait,
hi,
right now
Julie."
he is?
No, he's been long gone.
Right.
Gosh, I can't remember what his name was. I'll figure it out. But he goes, "Hi, Julie, how are you? I just quit." And then that gave me all these, I got to do overnights because then they had to move the overnight guy to nights. So then I was working like crazy. And that's why radio for a very, very long time, boy, it all just worked out. Anyone you talk to who really takes a huge chance and they just know, they have this intuition, I gotta go there.
Yeah.
You later hear that things just worked out because they followed the path. They trusted themselves. I get all riled up just thinking about it.
Yeah.
That was one of the best times in my life. I was so young and I took so many chances. I mean, I was living in Manhattan by myself and I quit that one job to go. I didn't know how I was going to make money. I was terrible at waitressing, but I was like, I guess I'll waitress or something. And I think the universe was like, "Oh gosh, you're terrible at that. We're going to let you stay in radio."
I took up waitressing and cashiering, and that didn't work out.
I have another great story where I was fired from Denny's. Yeah. They were like, "No, you're out." I was like, I cried then too, because that was humiliating to be fired from Denny's.
I know. The only place I was never fired from was Subway.
Oh, right. You were a sandwich artist.
Yeah. I was literally fired from every job I've ever had besides 3 jobs.
Well, but you had one job for a very long time, so I don't know. Why were you fired from all the other jobs?
Oh, I mean,
it's different to be fired and let go.
Yeah, I was fired for false reasons, sadly. But anyways, none of those companies exist anymore. So I guess I won in the end.
Yeah. I mean, everybody gets
none
let
of those
go
companies.
from jobs.
That's huh?
I said everyone gets let go from jobs, especially in radio. But
yeah. But it's just funny to realize
buyouts.
It's funny to realize like that none of them are a company anymore. Zero.
Yeah.
I guess one of them, but only as of recent. Yeah. That's kind of crazy.
I feel like it really derailed this podcast. I wasn't really planning on talking about all that, but I'm just trying to share that things work out.
Changes happen, yeah.
When you believe and you really, when you have an intuition to follow something, just keep following nuggets. You know, it was great advice. Was it from, of course I forget, was it Rebecca? Could have been Megan, our doulas, our birth and death doulas. But great advice from one of them, you know, what piques your interest? I mean, maybe it's TV shows of some sort that pique your interest. Well, figure out what that is. Like, what about that show? Is it comedy? Is it drama? Maybe there's something there. Maybe you're interested in writing, producing. You know, maybe you love true crime shows. Maybe you should go off and become a detective.
Yeah.
I've always wanted, wouldn't it be cool to be a detective and you have a little parking spot that says Detective Slater?
Yeah, it would be, especially after watching all these British shows, detective stuff.
Yeah, we've been doing a deep dive into some new, well, they're not even all new series, but they're all about serial killers and that. What are the names of some of them?
Mystery stuff.
Was Stay Close one of them?
Oh, Stay Close was probably one of the best ones.
And then The Stranger was like, it was okay.
Yeah, it was all right.
It was good. And then there was one more. The little dolls, you know, they make the Chestnut Man.
Oh my God. Yeah, that
one was pretty, I would say that might be the best one.
Yeah, that one was good, but that was also a foreign film, so.
Yeah.
And usually.
But it was a series.
Right. Sorry, I meant a foreign series.
Yeah.
But it was so good, and we went into it not even realizing.
Hey, hold on, we've got a live guest. MegRob is calling. Hello, you're on the podcast. Can I help you?
Hello, I'm alive.
Yes, MegRob, our solo traveler. We're recording the pod right now, so I'm putting your little clip on. The solo traveler, she took a little break around the holidays, and then she's back at it. She's just calling to tell us she's alive.
You know, the 30-degree temps can't keep me down.
What did you say?
It's actually colder in Michigan. The 30-degree temps.
Oh, 33-degree temps aren't going to keep you down.
They send you pictures or no? Wait, are you actually doing the pod right now?
Yeah, we are doing the podcast right now. You're our live guest. I don't know if anyone will be able to hear you.
Probably not. I accidentally hiked 10 miles, but I would do it all over again. Great view.
Accidentally?
There's a story there, folks.
I don't know what else to say right now.
All right.
Scored, and I guess I'll call you back later. But yes, I survived. I am alive. I met some cool people that I hiked with randomly, and tell you those stories later. Goodbye.
All right. Talk to you soon. I mean, she is really, MegRob is the solo traveler. You can find her whole episode. Oh, we had her back too, didn't we? Did we have her come back again? I don't know if we did.
Yeah, I don't know if we did.
But it's really wild because she has a real job where she can work remotely. So during the day she works, but then she's also been traveling the country and traveling solo. I'm so impressed. I mean, I've done some big moves in my life, but I don't know if I would be traveling the country. I don't necessarily like traveling solo. I did a little bit, maybe 1 week solo in London, but it's very impressive. She's just really, she's curious and seeking out adventure, and it's pretty wild. And
it is wild.
Love that girl. That's MegRob, everybody.
Super unique, very different, very open, fun. It's good times. She's good. She cool.
So 2022. We were going to mention, if you're listening and you haven't gotten COVID, good for you. Your defenses are you are in the 1%. You're in the 1%. Good
or
job.
I was being a joker and said, if you haven't gotten COVID, you're the weird one now.
Oh yeah, you're the odd man out.
Yeah, you're the odd man.
What's so bizarre is now, I mean, it's positive, but I'm guessing if you're vaccinated and boosted, most of the people are just getting cold symptoms. But it's kind of weird. Like all of a sudden now, everybody, if you get a sniffle, oh, what's that? Oh gosh, what's happening?
Yeah, I know.
But these are, what as MegRob would say, what a time. What a time.
What a time.
So 2022. Oh, I did want to. We can. I think. Usually, I don't like to preview our upcoming guests, but we do have them scheduled. They're not recorded yet. But this next week, we're going to be just for you guys, because you, dear listener, are so important to us. We're going to take the time and have a chocolatier on, and we're going to sample chocolates for you.
Yes, I'm very excited. We are big fans of this chocolate.
It's chuao. Chuao.
Chuao. I bet you don't know how to spell that. Ha 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 ha. Don't say it. Let them figure it out. We'll surprise them with it next time.
And then also, we watched this fantastic documentary. It is called Lives Well Lived.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Lives Well Lived. And
Yes.
a woman, she started with her grandmother who's like 94 or 98. She interviewed a bunch of people ranging in the 70s and through the 90s, and just asked them, like, how did they, what made their lives a life well lived? And it's super inspiring. You can watch it. I think you can rent it on Amazon Prime. You can also become a PBS. It's on PBS. You can even do a trial and do it. But we're going to have that documentarian on to chat about her adventure doing that documentary, and just the importance of I think learning from our elders gets sort of swept away.
I think so too. Yeah.
And they have so much to teach us and so much wisdom. And also, when you get to a certain age, you don't want to have regrets. So what's the best plan for living a life well lived? So
right.
That's kind of some cool stuff.
It's interesting because a lot of them say, oh, I never realized this or thought of this until, just recently. And she's like 90 or 86 or whatever. So it's really, it's touching, and it is kind of life-changing because they really speak truthfully, and what they say is real to you too. It's not just like, oh, whatever, crazy, or whatever. Wild stories.
And I've been working with my voiceover coach, Sensei Dave Walsh, and we're getting very close to, I'm going to be recording a new commercial voiceover demo. That's going to be fun. So we're starting to plan that. I think scheduling wise, it may be a month from now, but that's exciting. And I'm also booking a little photo shoot. Going to get some new photos.
That's right. It's fun. It is exciting.
Yeah.
You're moving all that stuff that you've been working at to the next step.
That's
and it's
right.
going to rock out. Rock out.
Speaking of rocking out, what's happening with Ravel Tides?
Artizzle. We got back together last week, which was very fun.
Did you have a jam sesh?
We had a jam sesh.
Now, do you play your songs, covers, when you just when the first song you play when you start jamming, or do you just start jamming? Do you play a song?
Yeah, we just kind of just start freestyling, yeah. And then it turns into something. Yeah, last week we kind of came up with a couple different ideas that were just two separate things and random, but they were cool.
Do you do any noodling?
We noodled, yeah. We riffed.
Oh, sorry, that's the cool word, riffing.
Yeah.
What about a little noodle?
We don't noodle, but we do riff.
I'm sorry.
Just kidding.
Okay.
No, it's just interesting. This time around of writing, and by this time I mean writing since our last album release, which now was 3 years ago, which terrifies me. It's just different. We're writing in a kind of way that's just like whatever. Let's just do something, and if we like it, amazing, and we have fun playing it, and we feel good, do it.
That's great.
If we don't, cool, trash it or move on to something else, and that's it. And not be so serious about it. I know I've said that before. Seriousness really screws with things, I think. So
seriousness, perfectionism, just have some fun.
Yeah, that's right. Live your life, write a song. My God, I love this chair. I wish we could give a sponsor shout out to my new chair.
Oh, yeah, company. You got a new gaming chair.
Secret
What's
Lab.
What's the company name? I'm sure they'll tune in. Secret Lab.
Yeah. How did we get a sponsor on that? My mic is a Electro
Lori
Voice
Logan's
RE20.
our sales specialist. So,
you're right.
She'll work on Secret Lab being a special client.
Yeah, she is VP sales.
Yeah.
We do need. All right, Laura, get on it. I don't know. This year, I gotta say, started off a little rough, and I know it's very.
I like to use the word slog. It was very slogging.
Yeah.
It's not the biggest like, yay, new year, everything's great. We're like, but I do feel a lot of energy flow happening. I feel like February into March got a lot of cool things going down.
Yeah, it's so true, and it's crazy that tomorrow or today, excuse me, will be a month ago was Christmas, and I know we talked about this the other day, and we're just like,
no, what? I saw a photo
feels like 6
from
months
a month ago. No, I feel like it was a year ago.
Yeah.
I don't even Christmas? What are you talking about?
I know. What's Christmas?
I will say Christmas? I was just in Michael's, and it's a 75% off sale on Christmas items. It's so funny. It's like, wow, what a sale. Ugh, I can't buy anything for Christmas right now. It's friggin' January.
Yeah.
It's very funny.
We just got to move forward. Move forward.
Speaking of moving forward, I believe it's time to wrap up the pod.
Oh my gosh. All right. And now it's time for It's 5 o'clock. I'm just kidding.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. No.
So yeah, that's, a lot of things are happening. A lot of moving parts. Just all over the place.
Now, but I've got a lip tint on. Maybe you'll see it. We did record a promo with video.
Yeah.
You'll see me with some lip color on. I like it.
You might see us. You might see how cool I look with my Metallica shirt, which is probably from Target that I got for free.
Did you get that from your mom?
Yeah, of course I did. I don't buy this.
Son, I saw this Metallica shirt. I know you like those rock bands.
But at least, I gotta say this, the majority of the shirts that she gets me, I wear them inside or at home, but they are cozy.
Oh, didn't she get you a Ninja Turtle shirt too?
Yeah, that was, oh my God, that was nuts. These are like American Apparel clothing. They're just so soft and nice, which I love that style. But yeah, anyways, thank you, Mommy. Right. Love you.
Well, thank you for tuning in to another 'Cause I Have To podcast, episode 66.
Oh my God, one more and it's the devil's work. Yeah. All right. Thanks for listening. We had fun. Hope you did too.